morning, you guys. When Bob's.
What the heck?
Hex?
What the hex is going on?
Hex the
Peter,
what?
Papa Bona. How you guys doing?
Yes.
Pumping market.
You know,
Yeah.
it's wonderful. It's passing wonderful. You know, we're looking at a test net or something or other sometime soon.
Barely working testnet, okay?
Oh, barely. Barely.
Barely
Like
crafted.
a grizzly bear.
Grizzly bear. How was your Easter weekend, Easter Passover, however you celebrate?
What? Did we?
Oh, we
lost
Papa,
him. We lost
Papa
him.
Robot.
Papa Robot.
It's your fault.
Sure.
It's
always
all your
is.
fault.
You and your
system is
high-tech
freaking
connection in the
roboticized.
high-tech Japan.
Blame the Germans.
In the green room, was it not perfect? We go live and it's just all
Barely
down.
Oh
perfect.
yeah.
barely stable connection.
Barely stable. That's the story. Well, let me say hi to the chat. We got Hex in XB who came in first. Good morning. Waking up in Baku, wherever that is. Where is that? I know where Baku is.
It's south of Laco.
Thank God it's not Wacko. That body mechanic DJ and Dougie who did the intro today. I always fat finger on the intro. Like I wanted to start and then it's like StreamYard, man.
Yeah.
Don't fuck you.
It's like
your shit.
German engineering at its best.
Yeah. Don't know if that's German. DJ Nom Nom is here. Andre369. That's a nice Hexican name. Joe Mama is here. Avalon salutes. Alan Fizamay with the Pussistle greetings. Yes, we salute you too. Ash is here. Melf Tony with the price action.
Salam.
A Wookiee is here.
No.
I've trained my Wookiee.
The Wookiee is. That's like a warbling bird of some kind.
Finbear, since we have no guests today, we might have another bearish joke from Finbear.
Bearfin.
we just might.
Can't take it. My funny bone's hurting from the last one.
He's barely finning.
Jamie Barker is here. Red Squirrel. Art of G-War. Wow.
Art of Gwar. It's not G-War. It's Gwar. No, don't you know Gwar from music fandom? You should know.
Is that a rock
Gwar.
band?
Yeah, not rock band. I think they're like death metal, aren't they?
What's a Gwar?
What's a Gwar? Fuck you, you don't know.
Ask ChatGPT. Not anymore in Italy. They've banned ChatGPT in Italy. There you go.
Have they?
Yes. First country.
You know why, right? You know why?
Poor Italian
data
developers.
security.
Do you know why they've banned GPT?
Because it was giving out the secret meatballs recipe.
No, it's because you can't do the hand gestures of the chat GPT. You can't understand what it's saying without the fucking hand gestures.
Forget about it.
Oh,
man. Mrs. Avalon is here. Orion is here. Man, we got a live crowd. Thank you so much. The producer is here. Crypto.
Hello. Guten Tag.
That's your Japanese buddy.
Konnichiwa, konbanwa. Oyasumi nasai.
Gozaimasu.
Moi pon biru nomi ni ikimashou ka?
Mikan Dabdai.
bang pie.
Was that good? What?
Cup and crop.
Up on crap. That's
Cup and
not
crop.
Thai. It's not
Cup
Thai.
of crop. Yes, that is. Isn't it? Isn't that good? Thank you very much. Cup and crop.
Mikan Dab Dai is supposed to mean I am hungry for a mandarin.
You are. This is accurate. I always peg you for hungry for a mandarin. Very, very, very well said.
We
Anyway.
speak English on this stream.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
So, episode number 14 on a Thursday.
14, lucky
Already.
14.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys. First, I think, first order of business here is we've got commas now.
Yeah.
Can you guys remind me?
And more commas are to come. That's
more on the way, exactly.
More on the
But
way.
Isn't this a joke from like back in the adoption amplifier days?
It's out of season April joke.
It's a foolish April late.
No. I think there is. Don't you remember this? That there were issues with the commas and the point. Like I myself, one time in the very early days, I wanted to make 150K hex stake, and I ended up only staking 150 hex, and then wondering why the payout, the daily returns was so low, and I thought something was wrong with the smart contract, and then I took a screenshot and posted it in the Hex Telegram back then, and then someone said, "You moron! You only staked 150."
Aren't you sick of clicking the zero, going 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3? I don't like to do that shit. I'm very happy to have commas finally. But if you'll notice, the dollar value commas are not present. God damn.
Yes. What barely working product, man.
Barely.
Yeah, barely. Speaking of barely, we got a barely testnet. I mean, obviously,
Barely
have you guys
functioning.
seen the Peter McCormack and Eric Wall shit, which is absolutely pathetic?
Well, you know what? I have a theory, and I'm one who hasn't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing your best of here on stream, and we're gonna have a live reaction, a reaction time and commentary time together with the chat. Buckle yourselves in, because my idea is, before I see it, when you have two wrongs, sometimes they can make a right. So let's see if something good comes out of this meeting of two clashing of titans of shit-stained commentary asshole burger. Let's see this happen. I want to see it.
Shall we run this? I hope we don't get in trouble for this, because I'm not sure.
How can we?
I hope we do.
No, this is investigative journalism. We are doing
urinalism. It's
urinalism.
Because we deal with a lot of shit right here.
That's right.
Yeah, and I mean, if so, we blame with Hex, because she posted it on Twitter. So
can you blow this up? Can you click the
can I enhance?
Yes.
Enhance.
Yeah.
Like this?
But no, isn't there like a little arrow thing in the bottom?
Looks like
right?
By the way, what
looks like a full screen thing? Can you click on
but then that'll fuck up my whole shit. Like,
fucking up your whole shit.
Unfuck your shit, bro.
Unfuck your shit, bro. Go ahead. Let's see what we have.
Hey, unfuck your shit, bro.
Yes,
exactly.
Thank you, Kinetics.
Wrecked! I got wrecked.
So let's look at these wrecked plebs. Let's run them.
Here we go.
I want to go and hang out with them. I just want to go and have lunch with them. No cameras, no microphones. I just want to talk to them.
Trevon or Richard Hart?
Richard Hart.
I actually got stuck in an elevator with Richard Hart not long ago.
I heard it's a...
Yeah, I call bullshit on that.
Was that the story about the blowjob? When he offered to give Richard a blowjob, and Richard said, no, the elevator's stuck. We don't have time. I cannot let you, Eric Wall, give me fellatio. Is that the story that he was talking about?
I never heard of this.
You didn't hear about it? Oh, it's widely known. Guys, circulate the story.
Okay, let's continue.
It's a scam. I'm not sure. Richard Hart seems like a good guy. He seems like he's got great taste in fashion. Seems like he really cares about the financial system and problems within the banking sector and the Fed. And
that's late in the pause. First of all, I want to hold on. I got to direct.
Have a fashion sense.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Look, outreach marketing is a thing of the past. Hallelujah. But but speaking of fashion sense, I would like to direct you to Peter McCormick's hair, which looks a lot like a wig because it doesn't match his beard growth. So I'm thinking that he was covering up when he was calling Richard a scammer a long time ago. He had his like trucker hat on, and I know why. He's hiding that terrible toupee that he's got there. Start the rumor, guys.
And since we do,
it looks like Litecoin Moses
attacks.
Yes,
he got fat. He got chubby.
He did. I was going to say the same thing.
You should start to do coke again.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. He is larger and in charger than he was before.
There you go, Papa B. It was Erica Wall in the lavatory.
Are we playing Clue? That's very funny. I like that. It's very funny. With the pee-pee pipe, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Please continue.
He seems like he's designed a cryptocurrency that can fix this.
No shit.
I've heard this is a rumor.
He said there's going to be tons of bugs in Ethereum. It's going to be unusable. They don't know how to build this. We're going to do Pulsechain, and it's going to be much better. And now he's just copy pasting Ethereum, and it's not better at all. It just comes out later, and all the upgrades that they are getting is downstream from Ethereum. And they raised $1 billion for this.
Hey,
that is a scam.
Hold over the pause. Come on, DJ. You got you got your icon, like your cursor's like, oh, I'm gonna go the other end of the screen because when Papa says pause, I'm gonna meander back and then maybe hit the pause.
Exactly.
Stay over the fucking pause
bar. You space bar.
Listen. Can you freeze on Erica Wall because something's wrong. Ever since there you go. So so if you never thought that this guy was a pencil neck prick, that's a pencil neck. I'll tell you this, that the amount that McCormick put on in girth, Erica lost. Take a look at him. He's emaciated. Like, throw this guy a sandwich. But he was always kind of a thin guy. But now it's like, I guess he lost so many of his clients so much money. He has no more money for bread. He's like paying it back slowly through whoring himself on every street corner. I don't know, but he's very thin and very.
Stop it, Papa B.
Nasty.
She's transitioning. She's transitioning. Okay.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. The hormones.
Fucking hell.
And his hedge fund is down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is all the way down since the cycle top, the last one. So
yep.
And Ashley, absolutely right, because 1 billion raised, it's automatically a scam. What? Yeah. Like what? That's the scam. It's $1 billion. That's the scam. No, because people want it.
No, he's jealous because it's not raised. It was sacrificed. Exactly. And it's a made up thing. And they cannot handle their minds cannot handle the fact that something new was invented.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
it's not
sentiment I get from this conversation is jealousy. It's written.
I have a question. Is it that McCormick is obviously he's called Richard out as a scammer like 3 years before, right? For Hex, when he was just introducing Hex to the market, he's like, it's a scam. You're a scammer. You're a scammer. But now he's trying to come to terms with the fact that Pulsechain is not a scam. And Erica desperately wants to just shit on it every moment he can. He said that, number one, remember the old Erica position was you'll never get the devs. You don't have them. You'll never work closely with the Ethereum devs. They hate you. No one will work with you ever. You'll never come out with anything. And now he's admitting that you have a working product. They are saying that, it's a working product, but it's all this fucking buts. Well, Erica, fucking make your own shit then, bitch. Continue.
But
please.
to add to your point, probably, sorry, Peter, is all of this time, and they had this conversation about a scammer, you're a scammer on launch day. All of this time, Hex was the scam. So what happened to that? Now Pulsechain is
It expanded to
scam.
2 more
Yes.
scams.
No, they're
It's
grasping.
obvious.
This is the grasping at straw-sized peni. They're trying to grasp at straws, trying to by association, just because it's got the same founder, they've got to somehow get it to the point where they can agree that it's a scam too.
But
that's
we're
all.
3
It's
years
just
in,
shoehorning
not a
that
single
idea in.
scammy thing has ever happened yet. So this
Nothing,
is just
nothing.
is weird.
Nothing.
All right,
And all these excuses from Erica. It's ridiculous.
dollars for this. That is a scam.
And are those wallets essentially his, and he owns that?
Oh yeah.
ETH?
Oh yeah.
So he is now.
And some of them are in stable coins also. So they're actually like stable coins for hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
Like he's the expert now.
So he's either worth hundreds of millions or maybe a billionaire.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just ate a whole apple pie by myself, so I guess I'm rich too.
I guess your Lambo was a great purchase.
Well, Richard ate 2 apple pies. Okay,
That's right. But Eric's trying to catch up. He's like, I'm not fat. I'm rotund.
She puked 1 apple pie.
Please continue. This is amazing.
Do we have to? Okay.
it's impressive, even if it's bullshit.
Oh,
yeah.
Can I tell you a little story about Richard Hart? He tried to troll me, and it was fucking brilliant what he did. I actually respect this. So when I was trying to buy Bedford Town Football Club, he reached out to them when he heard about it and tried to buy a sponsorship at the stadium.
Bullshit.
What the fuck?
It was never Richard who did this. I'm 100% sure. This may have been some community member, and that would have been a great troll to have a banner advertising at his football club, Bedford FC. But Richard never did this. So
Of course not.
Just talking out his ass.
It just goes to show that he's as they say, easily influenced.
Yeah.
And call it the hex.com stadium. Okay. So when you say it's all collapsing, does it really matter to him? He's that fabulously wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think that. Richard has said it himself that in terms of how much you can upgrade your lifestyle, there's diminishing returns. So he has the best stereo, like he has the best sound, he has the best TV, he has the best things. So how much happier is he gonna become from another 100 million? The thing that he cares about is the adoration from the people around him. I left the Hex community.
Left it? You were in it? Was that a slip of the tongue? Were you a Hexican?
I got sucked in. No, I wasn't a Hexican, but
wait, stop, pause.
Wait. He's misgendering him all the time.
He did suck. Continue.
Did you see? He just said, did you get sucked in?
Yeah, I was sucked in. I was coerced.
He was like,
wove their magic
I was
spell.
sucking in.
He looks like this bankless guy on this just now.
He's like, while my own hedge fund was plummeting, I was enticed to buy Hex, and then I staked it, and then I was bamboozled to have high returns, in spite of my own behavior, which was shit. And I curse you, Richard, you scammer.
I got sucked in.
What?
Whoa, yeah.
What is Pulsechain like their Ethereum?
Yeah, so Pulsechain was supposed to be what he promised was that he was going to fork Ethereum, but it was going to be faster and it was going to have proof of stake before Ethereum had it.
Yeah.
So it was going to launch before, and it was going to have more scalability, and it would have faster blocks and all that. In the end, they weren't able to launch Pulsechain before Ethereum. Now it's launched after Ethereum, and
it has launched.
Oh, sorry. There's a testnet for it.
Does it work?
Barely.
What?
Barely.
barely. We have commas even.
Yeah,
and
it's
more
just
commas
creaking. It's
on the way.
creaking along. The blocks are like no Vaseline pushed, extruded out into the ether. Just and then sometimes they fall down, and we pick them up and we put them back on the chain. Yes, and
We
barely.
have buy and burn. Does Ethereum have buy and burn?
Nope.
No.
Well, theoretically.
So the window up they tried to get into this when the fees in Ethereum were extremely high. That's when they started.
And they are still
now the
fucking
Ethereum
high,
fees are
bitch.
low, and now they have this clone of Ethereum, which there isn't really a purpose for anymore. And they've also, instead of making Ethereum better, which was the thing that they were going to do by making blocks faster, now it's just a carbon copy.
What's Pulsex?
Wait, stop.
Pulsex is
stop. Fuck. Okay, so before they were going to make Ethereum better, explain that, please. We were going to introduce. Richard introduces Pulsechain to alleviate the hexagons from the tyranny of the S-load fucking calculations that are fuck your as-loads. Okay, so it's the writing to disk calculations, which are fucking the hexagons up the ass, and a whole bunch of other projects. And that's not going to stop. Right now, today, you're paying, was it 24 times the rate for calculations on a daily fucking basis to go backwards and forwards and to calculate our shit? Fuck you, Vitalik. And yes, guess what? That none of those things may change in the first iteration of Pulsechain, but the fucking token is available if you would have sacked to make sure you would never have to goddamn use it again. You wouldn't have to worry about anything again because you'd have gas for life. Right?
Yeah, but also Hex on Pulse will perform a lot cheaper.
Yes.
That's the second iteration. Is like
that's the
also
point.
bettering that whole thing. Yes.
Yeah, but you
it's
come
not
over
just about
but
Ethereum.
let's say you have an NFT. Let's say you have an NFT project that's just landlocked on Ethereum because it's just too much to goddamn get off the ground and mint for all your fucking people and get everything taken care of like that. Come over to Pulsechain, be in a nice small pond over there because you get a copy of your entire fucking project. Just accept it over there with your community and you can enjoy it just like the hexagons do. Low fees, transact, love life.
Orion says shots, Papa B. Shots.
Love, live, love.
What?
Live, laugh, love.
Yes, you're right.
Okay,
Let
let's
me get some
endure
clear
the last
alcohol. Right.
the last 20 seconds of this crap.
Please. Let's suffer it.
It's like a Uniswap application that runs on top of Pulsechain. So the same way that Ethereum has Uniswap. So that's just one application. Also raised $1 billion.
A separate $1 billion.
A separate $1 billion.
And is that a separate $1 billion for Richard?
For Richard.
So he probably has multiple billions of dollars.
that pause at the end. It's like, oh.
You know what? Since Erica has such attraction in all the crypto universe, what she could have done was to create her own token and raise the fucking $1 billion.
Yes, both these clowns
like that.
Look at each other like if only we had.
If
only
we
told the truth. If only we were smart and honest. Yes. Oh,
it's pathetic, and I smell jealousy all over this.
Of course, you know what? I smell a tipping of the turning of the tide with McCormick. He's like, can I back out of this I hate Richard and he's a scammer thing at all? Can I test these waters to see if maybe I could seem impartial to my audience? Is it possible? And Eric Wall's like, no, you're in it with me. We have to hate Richard.
yeah.
We have to stick together.
Stuck in the elevator.
No, I don't know. It's like, wait, I actually stopped to think about things and ask legitimate questions and listen. maybe if I would have done that at the beginning, I wouldn't have like been like talking over Richard, screaming over Richard, calling him a scammer, not listening to the whole concept of Hex at all, and I wouldn't have embarrassed myself 3 years later.
Papa, that's how big friendships are formed. First you
That's
fight,
That's how
and
love
then drink a
affairs,
beer.
and Brokeback Mountain love affairs are formed.
Yeah. A shout
He's
out to
like,
Vid Hex. I don't know how to properly pronounce that. Please, everybody follow her on Twitter. She
Who
leaked
it?
this-
Who
it?
She leaked this footage.
Let's pronounce
so
it. Let's
that's
agree on the pronunciation. I will start. You guys can either
Hive it.
agree. Okay.
The Hive.
Wait a minute. Okay, ready? I'm gonna try.
Go.
Void.
HIV.
HIV.
Sounds
That's
terrible.
terrible. That's not right.
Oh,
No,
what?
no,
What's
it's
her name? Come
It's
again.
okay. So we all say we started by saying Havid, but it's not. It's like
I think
some,
it's just Vid.
I think it's Valtemort, or no, it's like some crazy
Voldemort.
North.
The H and V are silent, and the first I is 2. So it's
Id.
just ID hex.
There you go. Look, she's fine. She's good. Thank you very much for your
Yeah.
service.
Thank
But
you
I
very
need
much.
to know from her. Can someone please ask her to give us a soundbite of her saying her own name to settle all of these disagreements?
I think the other one, the
Yes, I don't want to show. Yeah, yes.
the Khaleesi in her latest video
Wait.
iteration, she
Hexiquin's
pronounced
got a
it.
point. Hold on a second. She's got the pronunciation. Hexiquin has it right there.
It's
It's VD.
that sounds like something else. Do you have VD?
What? What's a VD?
You're very late on this
The-
cryptomatic. You're like,
Does it-
the German delay of the joke. You don't.
Does it
You,
burn?
you
Yeah,
finally
sorry.
got it. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's like venereal disease.
This
I
is
understand it
I'm
now.
handling
Yeah.
5 screens here. I'm in the production room. Goddamn.
Yeah. Hui.
better. Weed.
I like
Hui.
that. That's
That's nice.
funny.
It's funny.
The
Did
payout
somebody
per
say
t-shirt.
queef? That's funny.
Hui.
Alright.
Yeah, who or why? The payout per t-shirt is 6.45 today,
That's
with
awesome.
only 300, like almost nothing in penalties.
That means
That means
we're on our way up.
something has changed. That's what that means.
That means we're accelerating.
Oh yes.
Let me share my screen, Cryptomatic, so you can understand.
That's a lot of hex, man.
Understanding,
yeah.
yes. It's because of this.
What is this?
This is total P shares.
P shares? I thought we were doing T shares.
No, we're on N shares.
It's
So.
I can barely see that the trend is going down. It's going down now.
What's
you
going
care
down?
to elaborate?
Yeah, the pool.
So because the trend is going down,
This
that means
is going down, so
Yes.
this is going up.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I like it.
That's
It's a lot
learning,
of that's a lot
learning
of
T
hex
shares
coming out.
with Peter.
There was
Hey.
a circus in town here just recently, and there was a fire. It was intense.
Oh god.
Quick zinger on the grill.
That one caught me unawares.
Sorry, you were about to say something, probably.
I was gonna say, how about how bullish things are happening, not
Bullish.
just in Hex and Pulse, but in Web3 and crypto outside of the United States.
bull
things
market.
things
Bitcoin
are-
did the golden cross on daily. It's bull market. It did
Right.
it long time ago. S&P 500 did the golden cross, and China is gonna attack Taiwan. That's it.
By the
Bullish.
way, this morning I was awoken from a slumber by a actual freaking missile alert that North Korea had shot a fucking turd bomb over into fucking Hokkaido.
With
And we were
monkey
going
dirt?
crazy. My wife's like, there's a real alert. It's fucking coming. They really shot a big one. What the fuck is going on? They actually
my
told
God.
people to get underground and get into big buildings and get around. And then all of a sudden they said it's gonna hit around 8 o'clock. And okay, we're seeing it 7:57, 7:58, 8 o'clock. And then by like 8:10, they're like, okay, alert's gone. We made a mistake. It's no. I'm like,
So it was nothing
made it?
really.
I mean, I think that there was like a fart in the wind, and then like a bird fell out of the sky, and someone said that thing's a missile coming down at a velocity, and we gotta declare it as coming from North Korea. I don't know. They did shoot a missile, but was it really gonna hit Hokkaido, or was it gonna fly over, or did it fall short? Whatever it was,
they know.
Nobody got hurt. Thank goodness. Congratulations, Japan. We did it. Mission accomplished. We hit the imaginary
Japan should
missile.
have like force shields and like all this technology, right? So
Well, look, the funny thing is that in the case of World War III, and it's a nuclear freaking war, the truth of the matter is these things go up straight out in orbit, and then they come straight down like this, and there's no way to do anything but say duck and cover from the 1950s. Duck and cover, everyone. Just duck and cover.
Or don't, and you don't have to suffer anymore.
Exactly.
Well, this Warren Buffett guy was on CNBC this morning talking about he sold all his Taiwanese stocks.
Yeah.
And everybody goes crazy.
Is the TMC plant in Texas already built? Like, if it is, I'm calling like attack on Taiwan.
Yeah, other people say it's to do with the Halbleiter chips. What's that in English?
Halbleiter?
Yeah, Halbleiter chips.
Halbleiter chips.
Semiconductors. Thank you.
Semiconductoren.
The Halbleiter chips.
Halbleiter chips.
Because he was invested in the in Taiwanese Halbleiter
Would you
chips.
like some Halbleiter chips? My favorite is sour cream and onion.
So the Chappella upgrade is complete. And let's just run. I got this
Dave Chappella upgrade.
Dave Chappella, yes, thank you.
The
You
Dave
beat me to
Chappelle
it, goddamn
update. Let's not waste too much time on this shit. But $1.7 billion in ETH has been withdrawn. And what does ETH do? Print a new all-time high. You see, it's not all-time high, but a new
mission accomplished.
A new high.
It's bull market in crypto. Like
exactly, many thought it would dump. But my take on this is that it didn't dump because those guys who were so crazy to lock up 25 to 30 Ethereum for like there wasn't even a proper roadmap in the beginning. It was like 2 years, can be 5 years, can be forever. So those guys who locked up this are super Ethereum fans, so I doubt that they would just dump on the market.
Excuse me, DJ Cryptomatic.
Yes.
Nom Nom sends out a good message. He says, glad to still have you around, Papa. No, before that one. He says, glad to still have you around, Papa. And then he says, I think Papa had a stroke. And the answer is, my masturbatory stuff is none of your business, man. How can you tell I was stroking? Continue.
Right. And then the other story of the day is this, that Twitter has now partnered with eToro, and
oh god,
it's very bullish for crypto in general that you can
I smell wrecked people.
Trade.
I have a question. Where's the Doggy Coin logo if it's
exactly it's missing? But the EOS is now maybe becoming worth something after all.
Can we stop for a second here?
Sure.
All of the very best logos are present. EOS, Zcash. Is that IOTA there?
Is this 2018?
I know. Is it?
I like the bird with the horns.
That green one, is that Neo?
That's Neo, yes.
And is somebody, that Bitcoin Cash?
Man, somebody just Googled like crypto logos, and the first Google image, copy paste it, done.
Yeah, but at
Yep.
least they have the
Do it.
updated XRP logo in there.
Jesus
See?
Christ.
You know what? Fuck that shit. And you know what? That is
Moving
the most
on.
wrecked goddamn fucking bag I've ever seen of all those shit coins.
FTX token. Pumping.
FTX is rumored to have a comeback with a restart on the market in January.
God, this time
Bull
Allegedly
market.
Google-
I'm telling you, bull fucking market. It's
Bull
bull
market.
Allegedly,
market.
Google is
Zombie
buying in or
projects
something.
pumping. Oh yes.
And sure enough, overnight, this shit pumped 100%.
Bob Leguy's comment is classic. I just saw a rerun of Dave Chappelle hosting Saturday Night Live, and I just read this comment in his voice. It is perfect. It's perfect. Bob Leguy. Mwah. Mwah.
So whoever bought down here
Yeah.
is a good trade. But then, of course, looking at the overall thing, this is still shit. But
Oh.
There is
But,
no
you
law.
know.
It's a serious bull market, and everything is gonna pump when China attacks Taiwan. That's my call.
But with all these regulatory issues, I think it's fair to say that it's a problem that the US has created a vacuum.
Oh, wait.
with all this
Hex
regulation.
Hodl has a good point. You didn't click on log, did you?
Ooh. Yeah, no,
You-
I did not.
You have to
Oh,
click
shit.
on log.
Yeah,
Let's see
click
the
log.
improvement.
My bad.
Let's
Go
see
back,
the
go
improvement.
back.
Go back. Let's see the improvement of
Let's
FTX.
rewind.
Rewind.
So
Log it.
the
Press the
tape.
log button, please. Let's see the
Okay.
huge, vast improvement.
So
And
log on this shit, still the same.
yeah.
And log on overall.
Woo!
Okay, that's better, but
That's much better.
that's even worse than when it launched. Like, Wow.
Oh, it's terrible.
wow.
Wow.
So anyway, crypto companies moving abroad
But
to
wait.
Germany.
Hooray.
So Germany stepping in. 12,000 German banks can now offer Bitcoin trading. There you go.
1,200, not 12,000.
Somebody like Siemens, is making an experiment.
That's Peter's
They
favorite
issued-
drink.
They they issued bonds on a blockchain just for 1 year, just to see how it would go. Like
No, Papa B,
EU
I like
regulators
Cummings cider.
Coming cider. You like man chowder better than Siemens.
EU regulators telling banks to make sure to put cap on Bitcoin accounts even before they're actually a thing.
What?
Sony in Japan
Yeah, cool.
are eyeing NFTs as in-game currency.
Ja.
Das
ist Sony.
So that's all bullish.
You know what? You know what's really bullish? And as soon as I can get the translation, a bill was passed today that is very, very kind to solidify the position of Japan as a front run for a friendly entity, a friendly nation in terms of Web3. They want to embrace it. They want to get ahead of everyone else. They see the US as the Japanese made a critical error back in the 90s, early 90s. They had the late 90s. They were introduced to the iPhone, and they said no one is ever going to want to have the internet on their phone. This whole smartphone thing that Steve Jobs has put in. None of us. We're going to all have a committee meeting, collude with everybody else, all the makers of Sony and Kyocera and all the manufacturers, Sharp. They all said, this is a fad. People want to just do pin text. They want to just do with their thumbs and send little short messages with each other because kanji and the kids, they love to do the thumb thing. Nobody wants to tippity tap and to swipe and to scroll and nobody would ever want that shit. They fucked it all up. So they don't, and the Koreans said, oh, we know what's up. So, LG and Samsung said, fuck this. and they capitalized on it. And Japan's like, oh, we missed out on that shit. Okay, we'll try to catch up, and they couldn't because they're too far behind. So this time they said, you know what? We fucked up Web 2. Yes. What?
For someone living in Japan, you cannot do the Japanese man's accent.
I can.
You know you can.
I can.
You just didn't.
No. Okay. DJ Cryptomatic.
Because the Japanese talk more like that.
Oh,
right?
Hold on a second. I got it. Look, I'll turn on.
動く歩道です。足元にご注意ください。
Okay.
That
Listen,
one.
Peter, don't start me with the Japanese accent. Okay. Thank you. I'm toning it down. Toning it down, sir. Mostly it comes out German because DJ Cryptomatic is an addictive type of thing that he's throwing out there with German. And because pretty much you're German in Slovakia, right? Because didn't they take you guys over and teach you their language?
Yeah, we're still hostage, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
right.
I figure we're all kind of German. English is a Germanic language, so it's addictive. But if you want me to do Japanese, you got to take off my camera for a moment. And then I'll do Japanese. But while you're looking at me, it doesn't work. Because you'll say, oh, Hakujin desu. Dai Hakujin desu. Shiroi no Hakujin desu. He's a very fucking white guy. And then it turns out to be like totally racist, and people give me all sorts of gas on Twitter. How come you speak like a Japanese guy, Papa? It's very racist of you. Well,
don't worry,
my
Papa.
kids are Japanese. My wife is Japanese. I get so much Japanese during the day. This is the 1 hour that I don't have to fucking speak like Japanese, because otherwise it's
don't
like.
Don't worry, Papa B. Racism is illegal in Slovakia, so everything I say, it's not racist.
Yeah, okay.
Do you understand?
Please don't give me your bullshit. Okay.
Before we close the show, shall we do something
closing
fun?
the show already?
Shall we do something fun just for shits and giggles?
No shits.
But some giggles.
I will show you the graphic or the illustration. It's like, I don't know if this is a bit older. It's like all the world's money in one picture, and this is the research that made me go all in crypto in 2017.
Oh shit.
It's been, so the numbers are from 2020. Sadly, they haven't updated it, but the general idea is still valid. And let's run through this. So this is all of and I'd love to hear your commentary. This is all of the world's money and markets in one visualization. All right.
Is this with the boxes?
This is with the boxes.
Oh, I remember this one.
So you see here,
what's in the box? What's in
silver,
the box?
like
Yeah.
one big box is worth $100 billion.
Yeah.
And silver currently, this is again, it's 2020. Right now, it's about, I think, 250, 300 billion market cap.
Yes.
Cryptocurrency as well, of course, is bigger than 240, but this is really what it was in 2020 when this was last made. So this is now 1 trillion. So you could see 10 of these
10 boxes.
10 boxes, similar to the military spending. So cryptocurrency market cap might be not quite, but getting close to at least the military spending. Then you have the US budget deficit at so what is this? Let me just see.
That's just 1 year, by the way, of budget deficit.
Yeah, this 1, 2, 3
of 2020. This is like before the COVID crash.
Before COVID shit. So this
made
is
like 20 times that.
One row is 2 boxes. It's one is 2 trillion.
Just
so one row is
just
2
enhance. Scroll forward to the football field filled with boxes. Just fucking go scroll down.
No,
this
wait.
Is bullshit. Come on.
This gets better. So all the coins and banknotes that are out there look like this.
I found all those in my seat cushions.
Yeah, in the back seat. The Fed's balance sheet. This is the money printers, right? This is looking like this. Then all the billionaires in the world. These
Have all
guys.
those
know of.
boxes.
You see, there's a young Elon Musk missing here, but you got the Bezos guy, the Gates guy, Arnold. I think he's Louis
Back in
Vuitton.
2020, no one knew who Elon Musk was, of course.
Zuckbucks. Ellison, who's that?
Ellison,
Ellison?
isn't that the guy from the Virgin? No.
Yeah, Virgin Islands. Yes.
The
Anyway.
Virgin Islands.
No, it's
The-
not
the
Richard
Air
Branson.
Virgin or something.
No, it's Ellison.
No,
Anybody with a
that's Richard
son
Branson.
is a Branson.
Prince.
The market cap of gold is 8 trillion or so. What it says here, 10 trillion. Okay. So
much.
2, 4, 6. Yeah, it's still 6 trillion.
Zex6.
And that should be the first target for crypto. So again, going back to crypto, the military spending, this much. Gold, this much. Now all the companies in the Fortune 500 are worth this much. Everything that is in the stock market is worth this many trillion dollars.
Brazology says Larry Ellison.
Larry Ellison. Who's that?
Who's that?
Right.
He made Oracle. Oh,
Come on now.
interesting.
Thank you,
Scroll.
Brazology.
Scroll.
I didn't know that. Sorry.
Money.
Back to my thing.
It's
Where
okay.
was I?
He's German.
Stock markets. All the money supply. 7% of that physical, 93% non-physical. Don't even know what that means, but this is all the cash that is there. Then the
like-
global debt in the world.
Debt?
Debt.
Debt
That's how you say it
is
in
this
Yeah.
much.
German.
There's no
And
B
then
in
one of the
debt.
biggest markets,
Don't say
everything real estate in the world is worth this many trillion.
Whee!
$208 trillion.
But if everyone sold their apartment at the same time, if it would be the size of crypto.
It's a
That's the
scam.
greater fool's theory, yes. And the big bulk here, all this here is residential, commercial buildings, agricultural buildings.
Oh.
Global wealth, according to Credit Suisse.
The reputation
Suisse.
company.
You never
This is
thought
how
this was going to
much-
be a 15-minute shtick. Get
Yeah,
on
it's
with
coming.
it.
Yeah.
It's coming. And then lastly,
We're halfway there.
Derivatives.
the derivatives market. Look at how huge this is.
Huge.
560 trillion nominal valuation.
Wow.
And it's quadrillion. This is the derivatives shit, right?
Wait.
That they're trading back and forth.
It's not big
bonds,
enough.
Get
and
to
all
the
this
clickbait.
Options, futures, options, warrants. Wow.
Wait. Stop.
Yes.
Wait. Row L,
Row the
number
boat.
15. That's me. That box is me.
I didn't know you had a
That's
trillion.
where I
Nice.
live, right there.
That's from
Trillion
all
of
your
what?
eToro tradings. So the general idea is if just a few dots from all of this shit from the other financial markets would move over to crypto, which is all the way up here. Do you know
Come on, crypto.
do you know
That's
what
that's
that
some
would do?
opium level shit.
do you know
It
what that
won't
would do to
happen.
our bags?
It would make them at least double.
And that's why we're still, even though this shit is from 2020, we're still early in crypto.
But we have a barely working testnet. Come on.
Hex.
We need
Details,
more
all about
comas, man.
More comas?
Comas, yes.
More
You have to put me in a coma.
Put me in a coma until mainnet launches, man. Please. Hey, can I say something? Can I just flip
Just
the
say
script for a second?
without the can I?
I got a bone to pick with some people, and no, one particular person now, but it's a trend. I would say once a week, people stand up and say, I've got a bright idea about securing your goodie bag. And it's better than these other douchebags are talking about. I write all my seeds down backwards. That way I have somehow tricked the bad guys into not knowing my goodie bag and be able to get my... Oh, it's gone. How did they get my goodie bag? I was just using MetaMask and I had my seeds written backwards. It was so awesome. But now they took all my goodies. So I better go, send a sheepish DM to Papa B, who's going to lead me through the post-mortem and find out how I fucked up. And then once a month, somebody says, you know what? I'm an amazing fucking dev, and I don't like it when people think that enriching hardware wallet manufacturers is a good thing because they're just taking your money. You could do it yourself. You could just get a thumb drive and just do it yourself. Why do you do it with the manufacturer's hardware wallet? Listen,
they say it like that.
They do. They're typing it
Obviously.
like that. They're typing it like what is it like?
Like it's not that the hardware wallet cost $9,000.
It's $83. Yes, but have they been audited? Yes, they have. And do they have a bug bounty? Yes, they do. And did they spend 9 years in the market, flawless operation? Yes. Well, I can do better. And I'm going to release my source code so you guys can use it because I'm smart. Well, do you have like hundreds of millions of dollars backing you in case you fuck people over? Are you ready to establish that liability? No, but I'm smart. Okay, so you go and get some seed money. You go manufacture a hardware component so people don't fuck it up. And don't have it just as a concept. You can watch my YouTube video and do it yourself. No, fuck you. No. That's not what I want. I want the plebs to be able to not get wrecked by incorporating a true entropy that you're actually incorporating, true random nature by which you're selecting all of the seeds off of the BIP39 compliant list to get a valid seed, to get an actual private key that works, and then get your fucking passphrase. What's a passphrase? Well, that's the one thing you haven't talked about, isn't it? What's a passphrase? What? Passphrase is the one thing that fucks up your whole concept right here, because that one, you as a user making up to 100 characters of the 25th word makes it so the hardware manufacturer, even if the imaginary horrible of them sneaking around, skulking around, getting ready to rug pull everybody's hardware wallet, goodies, you've got the ability to do what? Create your own 25th word, and they can't see it because it's not stored anywhere in any goddamn memory, either on your local machine or their hardware device. So you go get seed money, you go worry about R&D for hardware, software, and the middleware in the background, and a client maybe on mobile, which I don't endorse, but these companies have invested in, and have 3 production lines. Go ahead and do that, and then get seasoned in the fucking market for 9 years, and then come back to me and say, I've got flawless fucking 9 years of goddamn operation, motherfucker. Otherwise, please shut up and stop providing the FUD just to make yourself feel important. I welcome you to get on the fucking chat with me and Hex Hangout and defend your position. But right now, you're absolutely 100% blowing fucking douchebag smoke. So stop it, please. Stop confusing this bullshit. And all you other fucking streamers out there, don't give me a quote from Richard Hart saying, Richard Hart says, mostly people that use MetaMask will be okay. You know what? Mars Steeler has a bit of a problem with that scenario, and that is an easy bit of code that's infected almost everybody's system by now that steals your fucking soft wallet seed store file and waits for you to type in the password, which decrypts it for the bad guys. Come to my fucking DMs, and you, motherfucker, you can do the postmortems for everybody that you get wrecked. Is that a deal? You go give all this reckless advice. You fucking spend the time to say, there, a little Hexican, that you lost all your goodies because you listened to some slob who said, I'm smarter than everyone. You know what? You may be smart. Let's last thing that I'll say. You may be smarter than everyone else. You may be. You can't scale it, number one. You can't stand behind it, and you can't shoulder the liability of that decision. So shut the fuck up, right? Shut the fuck up and come into the chat, and I'll tell you to your face to shut the fuck up. Hardware wallets are good. Ledger or Trezor for now. And I'm not saying that it'll last forever. And I'm not saying that it's the greatest thing on earth. It's the best thing we got right now. A hardware wallet from Ledger or Trezor. Pick whichever one you want. I suggest that you don't get one with a battery on board or incorporates any kind of wireless or Bluetooth technology at all. And use a fucking passphrase. And manage your backups correctly. And finally, don't give stupid allowances to bad front ends or bad contracts while you've got all your goodies in that fucking bag. Silo your stuff, spread it out, and you're as good as you can get nowadays, right? Yeah. But again, I'll leave you with this last thing. Like I said, if you may be a very smart person, you may be extremely smart, you may be a genius, you may be able to kill your own chickens, and the taste of that meat is 10 times better than what you can get in the supermarket. But not a lot of people have the inclination to go out, slaughter their own game, clean it, dress it, and maintain something that's wholesome. And thanks, Peter. Here ended the lesson. Fuck you.
Whew.
Brizology,
5 minutes.
I think they're scared of you in a direct confrontation, but still want to spread their shit.
Like, I don't get it.
They come to your Twitter space?
It's not what you say.
I'm happy. Listen, I'm
how
wrong.
You say it.
Shut the fuck up, Peter. Listen to this. I am wrong at least 5 times a day, and I'm happy to do so. Well, they're wrong in a big bad way. They could get people wrecked.
Because that's the minimum thing you should do is get the hardware wallet. I mean, all this stamping the seed words, that's already a bit.
That's backup. That's backup management. Stuff. Backup management's another thing.
But the report I just showed there, this website, that a third of crypto users had their shit taken, and I'm one of them. I'm the living example. That's
because you were using. What were you using at the time?
I was not using a hardware wallet, and if I had used,
by the way,
it was my Ether wallet website.
And I want to look. I demand an epilogue. Okay, ready for this? Things were better in the old days. Really? How do you? If you create, shut the fuck up, Peter. If you create your own stuff and you manage to create your own randomized, seed phrase and your randomized a private key, explain to me, please. Explain to me how you're supposed to interface securely with this thing of ours in DeFi. Please explain to me how you're supposed to.
That's what your colleague there posted in that.
Yes.
Thread. Yes. How do you do that? Yeah, you.
How do you do that?
You cannot.
Explain to me. No, you have to introduce it into something that's encrypted to inject it into the blockchain. If you have a paper fucking wallet from like 2017 or 2016, right? What are you going to do? Yeah. Copy and paste the private key into my Ether wallet?
That's what I did, and I got
and you got wrecked. Of course.
Yes.
No, you didn't get hacked. You got wrecked because it was pre-hacked. My Ether wallet was hacked, and it collected it collected all your private keys
hacked,
and said thank you very much.
I got wrecked. Yeah,
you got wrecked.
Fucked in the ass. A lot of money at the time.
But a lot of people did. A lot of people did because that was
having a hardware wallet, having the knowledge of it. I didn't know that this exists.
Wrecked. I got wrecked.
A bit late, but
anyway,
that would have saved me from that situation, because it's even if your computer's infested, if the website is hacked, the hardware wallet, the one thing it does is it does not give anyone access to your private keys. And
that's exactly right.
And that's why I'm saying that's the minimum thing. Like if people, how people, they're watching porn on their thing and they're serving.
I'm watching porn now.
Watching porn right now.
Exactly. In another window right up here.
and with the hardware
Like
wallet,
physical
you can
window.
watch the porn. You shouldn't, but you can, and still have a chance.
Today, look, things are ever evolving. Today, it's the best we've got. If you stay up at the best you've got, you have a chance of making a pivot when a 0-day attack makes you have to take some other type of pivot, right? So,
yes,
please do the best you can.
Thing is that Ledger lost that fucking sales database, which has
But
zero
that's
to do
not-
with the
Doesn't
product.
ever do it. They're
But
good.
it's a bit of a shit
fucking-
stain, and
Look.
that is what Richard was referring to as in
No.
you cannot trust these people. Yes, you cannot trust it with your private address data, but
yes, but their
the
solution,
wallet
listen,
as such,
their
is
solution depend.
working.
Every outsourcer for security depends on reputation, and they depend on doing you if they have something massive to lose over time, which these major manufacturers do. They do you wrong. They do one person wrong that cannot explain it. The entire freaking that all their customer base will pivot to the other manufacturer, and after that, they'll pivot to something else, like scared pigeons, rooftop to rooftop. That will happen. Hasn't happened yet. Why? Because these fuckers are solid. Here ended the lesson.
And Briz is right here, giving you a seed phrase to someone does not constitute as being hacked. Exactly.
It's called sharing,
Correct.
and sharing is caring.
And the
If you
hardware
want.
wallet prevents that exact scenario from happening.
Well, no, it doesn't actually, because if you have your seeds, and
If you
someone
spread
says,
your
"Give me your
seeds."
seeds," you can still give your backups. You can type them in to recover them into a soft wallet by like an idiot, but you know that once you use a hardware wallet, you never type your seeds into any keyboard ever again in your life. You only reintroduce them into the hardware wallet, and allowances are a different kettle of fish. We haven't addressed those. No hardware wallet or any solution whatsoever can protect you from your own stupidity for granting access to your funds.
It's your God-given
Hex,
right to be
our
stupid.
Pulsechain. Give us an update in 30 seconds.
If you want the shill, just look at the chart. The chart does enough. The Hex stuff just does not get enough credit, not only for how well it's performed, lack of any issues, always being up, doing exactly what it's supposed to do the entire time without any flaws as everything else caves. But there's a great ecosystem getting built on top. Some of the things that are there, NFT contracts that actually maintain ownership of some of these stake positions, you just don't see that kind of development in very many places. So Pulsechain is definitely getting close. They have the last version, testnet v3 is up. It'll have that huge airdrop, so everyone's going to get a chance to go in and play, but the testnet's there. So if you don't think the bull market's here, then this is the best game in crypto to check out the testnet, look at all these copies of coins, and start playing with some game theory.
When Walrus talks, you better done listen.
It's a weird
Outro.